Today we're going to be making donuts. There's sprinkled, and they're not glued on yet because I'm not done. They're sprinkled, glazed, and chocolate covered. These are just very simple round donuts. So let's get started. What I have is a clay measurer. It has different size little balls, and you don't really need it, but I like to make my donuts uniform, the same size. So you start off with a little piece of clay, and I'm using pearlized white with some ecru, probably about half and half, I'm not really sure, but it's just a nice color for bread. So you put it in. I use size E if that matters to you. I put it in. I always put a little extra and then slice it off, and then you have your little amount of clay that you're going to use for your donut, and you're going to make a ball. So you have your little ball. Don't really squish it down at all. Then you find a small, this is a paintbrush end, and you push down right in the center. Make sure you put a hole pretty well all the way through it, and then you can gently break the seal on there, and there's your donut base. Now you're going to take your pastel chalks, and I'm going to use not yellow, but like the one next to it is kind of brownish yellow. And I'm just going to put some on my finger and go around on the donut until that's all yellowish, or it looks like it's been fried there, baked, cooked anyway. So this would be like a plain glazed donut. For the glaze, then such a mess. What you do for your glazed part, I use a little piece of tin foil because I could throw it away real easy, and then I use triple thick Krylon triple thick crystal clear glaze, and I'll put that all over the top of it with a toothpick. You can even dip it in there inside the glaze, because that's what they do for real donuts. They just cover them up. Anyway, so don't worry about the center being full because it'll go down. You can move it around a little bit so it drains out a little if you want. If you want the sprinkles, what I have are little marbles, and they're red and pink, 2 different shades of pink, and you find these in the scrapbooking section. And I have another, this is my glazed donut, so I want to keep that glazed. But you would glaze it just exactly like the glazed donut, and then you would put it on. Make sure the tin foil has edges so you don't lose all your beads, and then you just sprinkle it over it. And then you don't touch it, let it dry on the tin foil. And after it's completely dry, which this one's actually a chocolate one with sprinkles, then you can put it on your plate. And let's see, this is the chocolate one. To make a chocolate covered, what I'm using is acrylic paint, just brown acrylic paint. And you don't really need to even use the chalk on this one because you don't see it. And I shake it up with the lid on, so that way the lid is has some paint in it. Or if there's not enough, this really isn't enough right here, then I just use my toothpick and drip it all over. But there you go. You can dip it if you want. I like to dip them, or at least you dip the top in the lid there, and then you get the top done. Now you can see that the center is, well, can you see? Anyway, the center is filled in, but don't worry about that because the paint will dry and it'll go down. Or look, just popped, an air bubble popped. So that's all there is to that. If you want sprinkles on it, this would be the time to pour your sprinkles on for the chocolate. Whoops, sorry. And I'm running out of tape. There. I just have a pair of like giant tweezers, and I move it on over. And here's my glazed one. Oh, I just got chocolate on it, which I didn't want to do. That's okay. I'll put it towards the chocolate donut here, and then it'll look like it was just sitting next to it. And then when this is all done drying, let it completely dry. Then you cover completely. If you want it to stick on there forever, then you cover it completely with your triple thick clear glaze. And any clear glaze will work, I suppose. I've never used another kind, so I can't vouch for it, but the Krylon works really well. Anyway, that is your basic donut. Durf.